So I think the other two speakers, Dr. Dhananjay and Lakshmi, made my life a little bit easier. So I'll shift my focus a little bit, not from the Europe-US perspective, but to the pandemic perspective. So we developed the drug tocilizumab for COVID. We all know that what happened during COVID, like for many drugs, we were scrambling around in the entire country, whether it is any antivirals or even antibiotics or the one which I am saying like tocilizumab. So we were really in acute shortage of that drug. So that's when we realized that so we are already a full-fledged biosimilar developer. So why can't we take this opportunity to develop tocilizumab so quickly so that we can give access to the Indian market, I mean Indian people, I mean who are suffering that time. So since as I mentioned already, we had a decade of experience in biosimilars. We had put 5 biosimilars in the market. So this was the really a golden opportunity for all of us at hetero to see to it that we use this opportunity to make it. So of course there were risks to do this, but we set the tone for developing it. So we had a couple of questions in our mind. So all questions ticked for us. The first, number one, so do we have a capability? Do we have a capable team? Yes, we had it, because we had many developed products at different stages. Yes, we had that ticked in R&D, manufacturing, quality. So whether in other support services, in strategy, everything. So we had it. The second, do we have the right infrastructure? We had it. So not infrastructure from the viewpoint of the R&D, but in the viewpoint of manufacturing scale as well, because it's not just developing the product at that point in time, giving the product to the market. That's what it was needed. So if I give that product now, there was no use for us. So that's the reason. Okay, that tick of the infrastructure got verified from us. Then of course the technology, kind of technology we should adopt. So we had single use, we had stainless steel. So in the interest of time, in the interest of regulatory the expectations or clearance from the regulatory agencies, we chose the single use technologies in the manufacturing. So be it a bioreactor, be it any other single use components in the buffer or media, whatever it is. So we choose the one which was single use. So we could able to scale it up to 2,000 liters. So that was a phenomenal thing which we did, because our other products already were in the similar scale. So some of these questions made us okay, we had the capability, we had the people, we had the infrastructure. So now what else? We need to execute it, because all of us, whether we are from different backgrounds, we all of us had this kind of infrastructure and all. But what makes difference is that, are we able to do it within this span? So do we get the regulatory approval? So do we get the clinical trial done? So these were the questions again. So those we kept answering parallelly, all of them. So what the best thing we did is, all of them we did parallel. Whether it is development was going on, analytical was going on, we didn't stop scaling up the process. So we took, because we were using a platform process for us, because platform is one which we use for all our monoclonals, all our products. So all of it was simultaneously done. So somebody was doing, our team was doing in the development, somebody was doing formulation experiments, somebody was doing qualification of methods in the R&D, somebody was already working on in QC in a kind of what should we do, how should we do it. Then in the manufacturing, okay, they were already planning for the scale up, they were already planning for the material to be procured, medias to be procured, because that was a tremendous issue during pandemic to get any material out of US or Europe. So all these were simultaneously planned. So that means that we cut down the biosimilar development from 4 years or to just 2 years. So that was the one phenomenal thing. But we still did the preclinicals, the animal studies. Of course, it's still mandated by Indian authorities to do a non-rodent study, rodent study. So we did that as well. And then, while not waiting for the preclinical studies to be over, we approached the DCJ office just to give us the protocol to be cleared. So they were kind enough. Of course, that was a pandemic, so it all worked for us. We got the protocol approved for the COVID. For the COVID indication, that was even challenging to do a COVID trial during that time, that we did the trial during almost peak of the pandemic. So we could be able to do that. So all of it was only possible. We were rather reviewing the project every day. No, actually, if I say every day, it's wrong. We were probably doing the project review round the clock, everywhere else. Even my son is 10 years old. He was even speaking about tocilizumab about my house. So in the sense, the kind of the aggression we had put into the project program was really tremendous. So that's how we could cut down what is generally is about 4 to 5 years development. We brought it down to kind of 2 years, less than 2 years. So that is a kind of, no, it is not that all of us know, all of us were able to do it, but only thing that if not now, when? So that was the question always in everyone's of our mind was kind of, we were questioning ourselves. That's the reason we were able to do it. Now that is an experience we want to even use it for our next programs, but with not that aggression, but definitely kind of, we can calibrate the kind of the timelines. So it should be kind of know how it should be made. So that's the one I wanted to share. No, yeah, thank you.